encouraged armed groups and other political entities to participate in the national dialogue. And the agenda-setting consultation will resolve the ongoing disputes across the nation. Hello and welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, with the latest news highlights of the hour. I am Tabitha John. Do stay with us. Reading is essential for building a community that embraces rational thinking, self-reflection, and the exploration of various ideas and beliefs, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said. To achieve this goal, several initiatives, including building libraries in major cities such as Addis Ababa, as well as in regional states, and making books more accessible through the Digital Ethiopia program, are being undertaken, the Prime Minister reminded. Additionally, he commended the Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation, EBC, for promoting reading for 100 days this year via FM Addis 97.1 and extended this call to other media outlets, urging them to emulate EBC in fostering a reading culture throughout the country. Noting that many young people will be on vacation in a few weeks' time following the end of the current Ethiopian academic year, the Prime Minister emphasized we should work hard for them to spend their break and vacations in reading and volunteering. He believes that during this time, it is crucial for young people to engage in productive activities such as reading and volunteering rather than simply idling. Minister of Government Communications Service Leggesa Tulu said Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's recent bilateral discussion with South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol will further cement the historical friendship between the two countries. Minister of Government Communications Service told the media that the long-standing friendship has been marked by a significant contribution from Ethiopians to the independence of the Republic of Korea during the Korean War. Speaking on the economic aspect, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed briefed the Korean president on Ethiopia's enormous investment opportunities and how it is favorable for investors from South Korea to invest in various spheres, the minister explained. The premier further urged investors from South Korea to seize the opportunities in Ethiopia by investing in agriculture, manufacturing and mining. Republic of Korea's President Yoon Suk Yeol said his country is determined to strengthen its cooperation with Ethiopia. The president mentioned that the two countries have signed a financing framework agreement as part of the commitment to consolidate their economic ties. Efforts are being carried out to expand legal overseas employment to Europe and Asia, in addition to the Middle East, Minister of Labour and Skills Muferiat Kamil revealed. Ms. Muferiat noted that better payment and employer relationship is being created by protecting the right, dignity and safety of citizens through legal agreements with respective countries, stating that activities are being carried out to expand legal overseas employments to Europe and Asia. In addition to the Middle East, the minister said 304,000 citizens have been able to secure overseas employments in 10 months in countries that have legal agreements with Ethiopia. Ethiopian embassies in respective countries are providing close support for Ethiopians, she said, adding that activities are also being carried out to further strengthen people-to-people relations with the countries. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Jordan and Qatar are currently providing legal employments, while Memorandum of Understanding was recently signed with Beirut and Kuwait to begin employment agreement, it was learned.
going to share with you some things that you can do and some places that you can go to here in Debrecen. Debrecen is actually 30 minutes away from Addis Ababa. I've been here and I'm loving it. Behind us is actually one of the first things you can do. I'm staying at Babogaya Resort. So very close to Babogaya Resort is the railway that connects Ethiopia and Djibouti. So let's go have a look. About 7 or so. Here I'm at Little Lake, so I'll just give you like a closer look at the lake.
Welcome back. Various political parties and prominent figures have encouraged armed groups and other political entities to participate in the national dialogue. The dialogue process has progressed at varying rates across different regions, with Addis Ababa leading in concluding the regional consultation phase, while Tigray and Amhara regions are yet to catch up. In response to questions from EBC, leaders of different political parties and prominent figures have appealed to armed groups and political adversaries to heed the Commission's call. Johannes Fentahun sat down with them and compiled the following report.
Established through Proclamation number 1265/2021, the Ethiopian National Dialogue Commission has been actively engaged in various tasks such as selecting participants, gathering agendas, and conducting regional consultation in Addis Ababa. In an interview with EBC World, the Deputy General Commissioner, Hirut Gebreselassie, emphasized that since the Commission was established with the input of various stakeholders, it aims to ensure the inclusion of all representatives from the country, fostering the development of a new social contract.
This commission was established because both the political parties, civic organization of the country, and the government felt it was required. So we've been established through a proclamation that gives a strong mandate to the outcomes of the national dialogue. The national dialogue that will take place will have all representatives of the country sitting together, going through the agenda items, listen to each other, discuss, and agree on a middle ground that will establish a new social contract for this country.
Although the Commission has been calling different political parties and armed groups to come to the dialogue platform, there are still parties who have concerns about the whole process, and even there is an active fight in Amhara and Oromia regions. But for Ibsa Nago, a renowned politician who is participating in the dialogue, declining the Commission's call for dialogue is unacceptable.
ጥሪው ሳይደረግ በፊትም እነሱ ራሳቸው ለሰላማዊ የፖለቲካ ትግል ራሳቸው ዝግጁ ማድረግ አለባቸው።
Before the call was made, they need to prepare for peaceful engagement. Using firearms for political power doesn't lead to peace. Instead, a consultative and collaborative approach is necessary. Threatening to resort to violence if one's demands aren't met is unacceptable and goes against global norms. Killing isn't the answer. It's unjust to send young people to fight and risk their lives. They should focus on combating poverty and improving their livelihoods. It's crucial to heed the Commission's call and participate in the dialogue. Those who refuse to engage in the consultation will not receive public acceptance.
በህዝብ ተቀባይነት የማይኖር የፖለቲካ ሲስተም ወይም ደግሞ ፊሎሶፊ ምንም አይነት ውጤት የማያመጣ ስለሆነ ወደ ሰላማዊ የፖለቲካ ሽግግር
There is an argument that the challenges that Ethiopia is facing originated from the political elites. The dialogue also should be between them. And for Mulus Solomon, a seasoned diplomat, although more dialogue is needed between the political elites, the society has to have its own say.
The dialogue is between the opponents, between those who have issues. And it's obvious, not only for why do you discuss with the peaceful people. Of course, we want the peaceful people to see the reality of those who are in problem. We as Ethiopian citizens have the right to know what's going on, because they are claiming on our behalf, isn't it? Therefore, it's our concern also. That's why we have the concern. We don't have to wait for somebody to solve our problems. We have to have a say. We have to be able to communicate to the Commission what is good for our country.
The other opposition party leader who is participating in the national dialogue is optimistic that armed groups and other political parties will join the process, but he underscored that the door must be open for all and trust must be developed.
Trust must be developed. You cannot achieve, in a single day or in a short period of time. Rather, it is a process. We started the process. In my opinion, what I hope is these armed fighters, not only armed fighters, even the peaceful fighters, some political parties, I know they boycotted the national dialogue process, and some of them are still coming. I am hoping not only the fighting group, but also those peaceful fighters should come to the national dialogue.
Meanwhile, participants of the National Dialogue on Agenda Setting consultation said the consultation in Addis Ababa will demonstrate the deep-rooted culture of Ethiopians to resolve disputes in a peaceful manner. Participants who were participating in the Agenda Setting consultation raised numerous issues to remedy the ongoing socio-economic and political bottlenecks in the country. Let's take a look at their views as follows.
Participants are candidly raising a number of issues in a way that shows respect for people as well as for our country. Despite we have different views, we are seriously forwarding agendas that need to be addressed in the dialogue. It amazed me the way how it is going on. Excellent ideas are forwarded in our discussions that can lay foundation to the country, lead to development and prevent from further conflict. All the issues mentioned by the people as well as participants are pertinent, which can lead to consensus. Besides, the discussion is genuine and participatory. Hence, I hope they all will be addressed in the national dialogue. Conflicting ideas will be brought for discussion, and the process is already set well by the National Dialogue Commission. Those ideas on which everybody agrees will pass without any difficulty, but if there are contentious issues, they will be resolved through referendum, so really it is a good opportunity.
And finally, organizing Pan-Africanism initiative is said to be critical to solidify the unity among African states. Talking to EBC, South Sudanese youth representative John Magok indicated that Africa needs a modern-day, tangible Pan-Africanism initiative in a way that implements all continental policies. In terms of bringing together financial and other institutions, Magok further called on African leaders to give peace a chance to reap the fruits of unity across the continent. Tigustarnisa reports.
One solid body.
Pan-African movement dedicated to establishing independence for African nations and cultivating unity among black people throughout the world. It originated in conferences held in London in the 20th century and other cities. W.E.B. Du Bois was a principal early leader. Important Sixth African Conference, Manchester, 1945, included Jomo Kenyatta and Kwame Nkrumah. First intergovernmental conference was held in Accra, Ghana in 1958, where Patrice Lumumba was a key speaker. The founding of the Organization of African Unity, OAU, now the African Union, by the founding fathers in 1963 was a milestone, and the OAU soon became the most important Pan-Africanist organization. Ethiopia plays a great role model for black people or Africans in the past and present. To mention a few, one of historical world's turned upside down moments called the Battle of Adwa, victory in 1896 against European colonialism, which Italy was defeated. Fair and square can be the best example. Approached by EBC, South Sudanese youth representative John Magog indicated that Africa needs a modern-day tangible Pan-Africanism initiatives in a way that implement all continental policies.
I think for me, we want Pan-Africanism to be more practical. We need a tangible Pan-Africanism in a way that we are implementing the existing policies we have in the continent.
In terms of bringing together financial and other institutions, Magog further called on African leaders to give peace a chance to reap the fruits of unity across the continent.
We can ensure that we have Pan-African institutions that favor our priorities and our needs. Of course, peace also is very key. So I urge our leaders to look at that elements carefully and collectively to achieve sustainable peace in Africa, because without peace we can't achieve economic growth, we can't industrialize, we can't even move among ourselves. So I urge our leaders to take a critical role in that and implement what we have.
Since Africa is not a one-person contribution, Magog says African youth demography need to take leadership and come together united in action.
To the young people, the majority of our continent, they need to take leadership. They need to come together, unite in action, and dream of Africa we all want.
There is an opportunity for Africans to lead by example, but if not united, it won't be possible. He says, adding that he believes that young people can do it since they have the potential, innovation and opportunities it takes.
You're watching EBC World, a reminder of the top stories. Political parties and prominent figures encourage armed groups and other political entities to participate in the national dialogue. And the agenda-setting consultation will resolve the ongoing disputes across the nation. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Thank you for watching. Have a good time and do take care.